Montana State University is joining forces with the state and doing surveillance testing for the coronavirus, as we told you last night. MTN's Annie Johnson has more details on what this is going to look like and who will be tested.
In Wednesday's press conference, Governor Bullock announced a partnership with MSU that would perform surveillance COVID testing for residents here in Montana. But you may be wondering, what is surveillance COVID testing?
This is a statewide effort, so we will be the Sentinel surveillance test site for the entire state. And that's why it's going to be so important for DPHHS to help prioritize what samples get sent to us. They're going to aim for 500 per day at the start, and then we're hoping to scale that very quickly to 2,000 tests per day.
The Department of Public Health and Social Services will select groups of people who may not be showing any symptoms and test them individually to make sure the virus isn't unknowingly within the group.
We're going to be able to help with the law enforcement testing, the healthcare services testing, what's going to be needed for K-12 and the university. So those asymptomatic participants who we need to get ahead of the curve on so that we can have a good strategy moving forward for this fall.
But this isn't like other COVID tests. You don't volunteer individually to get tested.
Who gets tested is going to be prioritized by the Department of Public Health and Human Services. And then we'll get those nasal swabs and we'll be able to run them to see if they have COVID.
And you might wonder if an increase in testing will mean an increase in positive cases for the state.
These individuals that we're going to be testing at the Montana State University Laboratory are in all likelihood going to come up negative. We're expecting a very low number, but once those individuals, if we do detect an individual that is positive, they will then have an official test done through the CLIA certified labs at the state level in Helena.
Testing will begin Monday and go as long as needed. Reporting at Montana State University, Annie Johnson, MTN News.
That testing we were showing there at the MSU lab was strictly for demonstration purposes. There were no real samples tested while we were there with our cameras.